everyone, and welcome to my channel. No, it's not Tuesday, it's Sunday, but I wanted to do a special Sunday edition video for you guys, and you know, if it's a Sunday edition, it's gonna be good. I want to bring to you my first ever anti-haul video. Woo! For those of you who don't know what an anti-haul video is, these are going to be products that I am not going to purchase, no matter what the hype is around them. So if you're ready, then I'm ready. So let's get started. Okay, so I went a little colorful with my makeup today. I tried out a new palette that I bought 2 weeks ago that just came in. I don't know. But I really like this lipstick color though. Although it's being a pain in my butt because it's Mermaid's Blood from Jeffree Star. And I put a gloss over it because it was a tad bit too drying, and now it just wants to do whatever it wants to do. So whatever. Alright. Anywho, I am doing my very first anti-haul video. There are 13 items that I am not going to purchase no matter what the hype is about them. Some of them are items that have already come out that I have been on the fence about buying and whatnot, and then I finally decided I'm not going to buy them. There are items that have just been released. There are items that are waiting to be released on this list. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first one I want to talk about kind of upset me a little bit because one, I didn't know BH Cosmetics was making this type of palette, and two, I just don't like this at all. And it is the, I'm looking at my notes down here, and it is the Marvy Corn by Marvin Magnificent palette. Basically what it is a unicorn palette. I want to say unicorn loosely because it's not really all that unicorn-ish to me. The packaging is gorgeous. I love the packaging. But when you look inside of it, it's like, and I'm looking at the picture right down here. When you look inside of it, it's just like, what? There are 10 shadows and 3 highlighters. And I'm looking at these highlighters and I'm like, what unicorn uses these types of highlighters? When you think unicorn, you think of bright and, you know, maybe pastel colors. And then I'm looking at these eyeshadows and I'm like, why is there a black eyeshadow in a unicorn palette? I just, this like really upsets me to no end. My inner unicorn cried for like 2 hours when I saw this because this is just ridiculous. I don't know who at BH Cosmetics approved this, but apparently they did not have the hardcore unicorn fans in mind, because this is a monstrosity. Yeah. But if it is something that you are looking to purchase, it is available now on BH Cosmetics website, and I do believe it's at ULTA too, and the price is $17.50. Alright, speaking of unicorns, I debated for so long if I was going to purchase anything from this collection, maybe at least the palette, and that is the Too Faced Life's a Festival collection. Of course, like I said, you guys know I love unicorns. I mean, here they are, they're everywhere. But when I first saw this, I was just kind of like, meh. But then I saw the palette and I saw people making really great looks with it, and I saw just how good the palette actually was. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just get the palette. But then I realized I have palettes with those same shades in them. And I'm like, I'd be wasting my money. The bronzer I didn't need, even though it had the little unicorn tears highlighter in it. I got the unicorn tears highlighter when I bought the what was it called? The Unicorn Survival Kit. So I didn't need that. I already have the Unicorn Tears La Creme lipstick. Didn't need that. I have the Unicorn Tears latex, the melted latex. Didn't need that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to pass on this. If you want anything from this collection, the prices range from $19 to $42. $42 being the actual palette itself. All right, next up, speaking of Too Faced, the It Just Comes Naturally collection. As you guys know, I reamed the Natural Love palette to filth last year. Was it last year or 2016? Maybe in the end of 2016. I reamed it to filth. I didn't like it at all. The shadows were so. And I think it's probably because I don't do a lot of natural looks. I mean, even when I do a natural look, I have a pop of color in there somewhere. Either on my lid or on the lower lash line. I really don't do a lot of quote-unquote natural looks. I was thinking about maybe getting the chocolate matte bronzer, but then I was like, Melissa, you have bronzers that you're loving right now. You don't need to bring another one into the mix. None of the lipsticks appeal to me because I'm not a nude person. Hello. I'm wearing teal right now. The face palette, I was just like, no. None of that really appealed to me, so pass. If you want to purchase anything from this collection, the price range goes from $22 to $44, and $44 being the face palette, which I think is like 3 blushes and 3 highlighters, or it's highlighters and blushes. I do know that. All right. Speaking of highlighters, blushes, and face palettes, the Ofra Free Spirit palette. I do not know what is going on here. There is just so much going on, and it's so like, I get the concept of what they were getting at, but I think it's too much, because you have a 5 colored highlighter plus another highlighter. I believe that's Rodeo Drive in there. You have 2 blushes, looks like what is a banana powder. You have a bronzer, you have 2 neutral shades, and then these 6 color eyeshadows. It just looks really weird. The layout is weird. The color selection is weird. I just think it's way too much. I think if you were going to do something like this with the highlighter, just put your famous highlighter in there, which I believe is Rodeo Drive, or just do the 5 colored highlighter. This is just way too much going on, and I'm not for it. If you do want to purchase this palette, I do believe it is $59. I know Ulta has it, and I got the price from Ulta. It was $59. Ulta has it, and it's on Ofra's website as well. All right. More palettes we're going to talk about. Urban Decay is getting ready to come out with a beached collection, and I'm not talking about the collection as a whole. I just want to talk about the palette itself. It is called the Beached Eyeshadow Palette. There are 8 shades in there, and I don't know. The concept of it is cute. I can see where it's got like the beach element with the water and the sand, but it just looks like these are shades that have just been done over and over and over again with Urban Decay. In fact, I think 2 of those shades, 2, maybe 3 of those shades might be in the Naked Heat palette or in the Naked Petite palette. It just, no, this one's going to be a hard pass for me. If you do want to get it, it does come out April 27th on Ulta's website. It comes out in stores on May 6th, and it is going to be $34. All right, next I have another Urban Decay item, and it is the Light Beam palette. There's no price as to what it's going to be. There's no release date yet, but it is a 5 shadow palette. It looks like they were going in the tradition of, you know, the Kristen Leanne Daydream palette. Sorry if I'm shaking. And I can't remember how much that was. I want to say that one was like $29. But I'm not impressed with these shades. They just look like rejects from the Naked Heat palette. But I'm sorry, they do. They look like shades that were supposed to be a Naked Heat, but they wanted to cut it back and made this instead. I don't get it. No, it's just off. I don't like the colors at all. It's just off. No, I won't be getting it. All right. Colorpop. One, I don't think I'm purchasing any Colorpop for a while because they are just like putting so much out that you can't keep up and you can't decide what it is that you actually want. Excuse me. My stomach's acting up, so that's why I'm drinking my soda. But you can't decide what you want because they're constantly coming out with something. I think within the next 3 months they have 4 collections coming out, if I'm not mistaken. And the one I'm getting ready to talk about right now is called the Festival Essentials Collection. It comes with the Shut Up and Kiss Me Ultra Satin Lip collection, and it comes with brand new pressed eyeshadows. Not really a big fan. Don't get me wrong, I love the Ultra Satin line, but when it comes to these colors, they're just repeats of what I already have in my collection, and I just don't need them. I don't. These eyeshadows, some of them are okay, but most of them, they're just like meh. Plus, I'm not a big fan when it comes to the actual Colourpop shadow singles. Don't put my head on a stick for saying that. I would much prefer an actual palette than the actual singles. I don't know. That's just me. I do believe this collection is out now. If you want to purchase the entire Shut Up and Kiss Me collection, it is, or the Shut Up and Kiss Me set, it is $69. Or if you just want to purchase the individual lipsticks, it is, can't talk, they are $6.50 each. The eyeshadows, if you want to purchase them separately, they are $4 a piece, or $5 if you want to put them in compact. You can purchase the empty palette for $10, or you can purchase all the eyeshadows and the palette for $90. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. All right. Let's talk about a highlighter I'm not going to buy. I know, right? And it is the Becca Skin Shimmering Perfector Pressed Highlighter in Dreamsicle. If I had not purchased Jeffree Star's Summer Snow Cone last year, I would have been all over this. But this is a dupe for that shade. It really is. I looked at it and I thought, that looks like, it looks like Summer Snow Cone. Plus, it also kind of resembles the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter as well. It's not impressing me. I guess they're trying to get people in with the swirl pattern and the white compact. It's not, no. And it's $38. You can buy Summer Snow Cone from Jeffree Star's website for, I believe that's $29. I can't remember how much the Fenty Beauty one is, but that's a pass for me. All right, more face products we're going to talk about. We're going to switch over to Morphe. Good old Morphe, huh? They have blush palettes and blush trios that have just been released. I'm not buying those at all whatsoever. It's not the fact that it's Morphe. It's the fact that I don't use blush that often. The only time I use blush is when I make a video or I go out. I don't wear makeup in the summer. So it's just like, there's no reason for me to purchase these. Plus, some of these colors that they put together in these trios just don't make sense to me at all. I'm looking at them and I'm like, what? And why make the trios when you have the two blush palettes? Or why make the blush palettes when you have the trios? It just doesn't make sense to me. So, but if you do want to purchase it, the blush palettes are $20 a piece. The trios are $12 a piece. So, I mean, yeah. Another Morphe item that I am passing hardcore on is the Laura Lee's favorite brush collection. One, I don't have a lot of Morphe brushes to begin with. I bought a set from them. It was the set that has this color brush in it. It's like the pink and blue. Excuse me. I only have these two brushes left out of it. All the other brushes, they shed their hairs, they broke, or they just weren't my cup of tea, so I ended up giving them to my niece. And I have the Morphe G2 for my concealer. Those are the only Morphe brushes I have. This right here, it says the original price is $81, but it's actually for $54. And there's 12 brushes in there. And it doesn't look like anything spectacular. I mean, I don't get it. I would understand if Laura Lee actually made the brushes with Morphe, but no, she just went in and picked out brushes. And Jaclyn Hill already did this, so why are people... I don't get it. Morphe, get your mess together. Yeah, no. Speaking of Laura Lee, the Nudie Patootie palette is a definite hard pass, anti-buy. Not even gonna worry about it. One, because I do not like the fact that darker skinned people cannot use this palette at all. They can't. There's no dark enough transition shade or anything that they can use. So that right off the bat is already put a bad taste in my mouth. The second thing is that she legit took Nudie Patootie from Wet n Wild, because Wet n Wild has a catsuit liquid lipstick called Nudie Patootie, and Laura Lee went and trademarked that name. So is Wet n Wild going to have to change that name to that lipstick now? Because that was one of their originals that came out when they came out with their liquid lipstick line. So I don't know about that. Plus, the shades have been done before. It just... I do have to give her some kind of credit though, because there's 14 shadows in here and it's $45, whereas the other one, the Cat's Pajamas, was what, 10 shadows for $42? That was a little bit steep. This one is, I would say the pricing is okay, considering you're getting 4 more eyeshadows. I just don't like the fact that darker skinned people can't use it. So this is a very hard pass for me. Plus, nothing's wowing me on this. Not getting it. Alright, last but not least, I have to put this in there because I just do. And it is Tati's Halo Beauty Booster Pills. I'm sorry. No, I am not doing this at all whatsoever. What? I showed my oncologist, Dr. A, these, and I was like, hey, am I going to be able to use these? Knowing I wasn't going to purchase them. And he looked at me, laughed, and said, Melissa, if you attempt to try and take these, oh God, what do you call them? I can't remember what he called him, but he called him something funny. If he told me, he's like, if you attempt to take these, I will pass your case on to somebody else. It was just so funny when he said it, and the way he looked, I just wish I had recorded it. I can't remember what he said. If I remember what he says, I'll put it in the bottom of the screen. It was so hilarious. These might be working for some people. I don't know. Dr. A said a lot of people are going to fall for the placebo effect on it. Plus, Tati put on her video that she has no before and afters because she's taking all these other pills for her health and whatnot. No. The reason why there's no before and afters is because you got hair extensions, you use skincare that costs thousands of dollars, and I'm not, that's all I'm saying about it. But yeah, I'm not buying these. If you have bought these and they work for you, that's great, but not this girl. And that is all that I got for you for my no buy. I'm sorry that this video was very long, but I had a lot to say about these products. So, as always, you can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/MelissaLeahGarrett, on Snapchat as MelissaLeah1223, and on Instagram as MelissaLeahGarrett. Come on over. We have fun on those pages as well. I do not, however, have a Twitter account, so if you see them with my face and this gorgeous smile, report it because it's fake. Also, if that subscribe button is red, it's the wrong color. You need to change it. And don't forget to share this channel out to everyone as well. I love you all so much, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye! We gon' talk about stuff I'm not buying. I don't know what it is. I'm not a really big fan of my look today. I don't know.